Hello everyone. Uh, Again, I hope that all of you are fine at your respective places. Today we'll be discussing on another important tool of integrated pest management, that is mechanical control. So again, I repeat that the contents which are there in the slides, different slides I will be presenting, are purely academic purpose and have been prepared from various online resources and textbooks, keeping in view the present unprecedented situation. So, from my side, there is no question about claiming the copyright of this video. So, let's start the discussion on mechanical control. This term is very famous and known to all of you. And what is mechanical control? You know it already, still I am repeating. This is the reduction or suppression of insect populations by means of manual or mechanical devices. So that is referred to as mechanical control. Now under this mechanical control there are many strategies which can be adopted and which are adopted by the farmers even. So let's discuss one by one regarding those. So first of all, hand picking. So hand picking and destruction of large sized, conspicuous, immature or mature stages of insects, that is the most ancient method which can prove fairly effective under certain conditions. Collection and destruction of egg masses of top borer in the first and second brood during March and May in ratoon and autumn planted sugarcane crops, if done over compact block, that can reduce the top borer damage in endemic pockets. Again, the destruction of infested cane stalks, here you see, harboring the larvae of Gurdaspur and Classy borers in gregarious phase over an area-wide basis is very useful for reducing the incidence of these two borers of sugarcane. Again, the sugarcane top borer, regarding the sugarcane top borer, during the month of March and May, the egg mass destruction can also help in reducing the sugarcane top borer infestation. Now, here there are several photos I have displayed here. You see that most of those are there in gregarious form. I mean, in a single leaf you are noticing many caterpillars, many hairy caterpillars, many Pieris brassic caterpillar, and this one is mustard sawfly larva. These are, the grubs of Epilacna beetle. These are the grubs of your what is called as white grubs. So the handpicking of these caterpillars, wherever they are gregarious in nature, or whenever they are gregarious in nature. Some are gregarious in your early stages of the life cycle. So one must have the knowledge of that regarding where and when they are there in the field in gregarious form, because handpicking and destruction of those leaves itself can destroy thousands of caterpillars. So it can reduce the application of the chemicals. I mean, it can help in managing the pest by that process. So it is useful for the management of hairy caterpillars, tobacco caterpillar. You see, here are some of the early instances of tobacco caterpillar, cabbage butterfly, mustard sawfly, epilacna beetle, white crabs. So these can be easily managed because they are gregarious in nature in certain stages. Now, destruction of fallen fruits also can help in reducing the pest load. For example, the picture which you are seeing here is the mango orchard, and there are several fallen fruits here, and those are infested by fruit flies. So if we pick those fruits, those infested fruits, and if we destroy completely, then definitely we can suppress the population of the fruit flies in the orchard. Now, regarding manual removal, this is especially helpful in case of pink bollworm. Whenever someone sees that the flower is roset, one can find the pink colored caterpillar inside that flower, and that is the symptom of the pink bollworm. So the roset flowers of the cotton, if they are removed, actually one is removing the and destroying the pink bollworm caterpillars. And whenever the withered and drooped terminals of cottons are seen, actually those are the infestation of spotted bollworms which are there inside the particular twig of the plant. So if someone collects and destroys the withered and drooped terminals of cotton, then ultimately the spotted bollworms are killed by that mechanical method or manual method. And then exclusion of insects by screens and barriers. So the first example is very common and is known to you probably, that digging of 30 to 60 centimeter wide and 60 centimeter deep trenches in the field, around the field, is very useful for protecting the field from moving bands of locusts as well as hairy caterpillars. Now here you are seeing that some fruits are wrapped by some paper bags. So it can be done by paper bags or by cloth or even straws also. So it has been seen that this type of method can prevent the fruit flies to the extent of nearly 95%. Now, on your right hand side, extreme right hand side, this example is known to all the entomology people. It is done to prevent the crawlers to crawl and go to the top of the crop canopy. Here, the tree band, the sticky or slippery bands are used as the base of the trunk, to prevent the crawlers of the mealybug. So this is a very useful technique, but this has to be done before the crawlers hatch from the eggs which are there inside the soil. So in the month of October onwards, the hatching of the eggs of the mealybugs takes place, and they start crawling through this trunk. So by using the sticky or slippery band at the base of the trunk, those crawlers are prevented to crawl upward. They will be stuck here. Now, there are some other trapping and suction devices are there, like different traps. Maybe there are different color traps for specific insects or fruit flies, hand nets which we generally use to collect the insects. Even the mechanical suction device like bee vac sampler can also be used to catch a high number of insect pests from the crop fields. Then clipping, pruning and crushing can also help in suppressing the pests. For example, pruning and destruction of infested shoots actually can suppress the scales, mealybugs, gall-midges, etc. in grapes, citrus and bear. Because these crops are highly infested by the scale mealybugs and gall-midges. So pruning is always a recommended practice in these fruit crops. Now, clipping and destruction of twigs infested with mustard aphid can help in preventing the mustard aphid by reducing their reproduction rate. But it has to be done whenever the first colony are noticed in mustard aphid twigs. So by that process, we can suppress mustard aphid to large scale. Then this example is a classical one, and it is known to you that yellow stem borer, they lay their eggs at the tip of the rice plant, and even during nursery they can lay eggs. So whenever the time of transplanting comes, clipping the tips of the rice plants and destroying those can actually destroy the yellow stem borer egg masses and prevent the main field of rice plant from the infestation of yellow stem borer, wherever yellow stem borer is a very important pest. So I hope that I have been able to discuss different techniques under the tool which is mechanical control under IPM. But again, I always request all of you that you please go through the textbook, which is Integrated Pest Management Concepts and Approaches, written by G.S. Dhaliwal and Ramesh Arora. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.